Each presenter is going to give a 1-minute summary and just give you a little taste of what they're going to chat about. And we're going to start with Renée. So Renée Olson of the Khowutzun Development Corporation is going to get spotlighted here somehow on our screen. And Renée, you'll have the floor for a minute to just give us a really quick view. And I'm going to be strict with the timekeeping just so that we do have time to get to our discussion group. So take it away, Renée.
Thanks so much, Leanne. And good morning, everyone. Good morning, Lisa. So nice to see you. And congratulations to BC Builds and all the wonderful success that you've acquired over this past year. We're so proud to be a part of the BC Builds family. I call it a family because this is about relationships. There's a lot of friendships that have been created during the acceleration program. And Lisa's spot on. This is about relationships. You have to create relationships. You have to create trust to be able to move some of these difficult projects forward. Our project is two 6-story, really purposeful and intentionally designed buildings with a very large parkade on the historic Cowichan River on reserve. It's a project that will be wholly owned by Cowichan tribes, and it will be providing 200 market apartment suites to the Cowichan Valley, as well as commercial space for Cowichan government, a new home for our KDC family, and I want to just give a special introduction to John Coleman, who is a senior contractor with Cowichan Tribes and a citizen. And I've just really noticed this quiet pride in this project that is elevating the entire community and is just creating an incredible multiplier effect because of that. So thank you so much for providing this opportunity for us to share our lessons learned during this BC Builds process. Building has a deep articulation to Cowichan history. The roof is undulated to represent the roof or the river, and the front of the building represents a longhouse design with the entrance to the side, as is typical, as well welcoming figures and many other design elements have been added to this project. Next. So why does housing matter now? Well, we are the largest nation in BC. There's more than 5,500 Khowutzun citizens, and there's an acute on-reserve housing shortage that really limits the well-being of the citizens of Cowichan tribes. River's Edge is answering the call to housing with safe, affordable homes. This partnership at its core is about reconciliation. And it was very heartening right from the beginning to work with the BC Builds team because the engagement as it relates to reconciliation was authentic with Lisa Helps and her team. We also have Canada Infrastructure Bank providing funding for this project for all of the site servicing. And the accelerated program was guided by Lisa Helps, which was very collaborative, respectful, and action-oriented. I said in the previous group, it was a really gritty, like there was a lot of grit in this group. And what I mean by that is we stuck to it. It was frustrating at times because there's a lot of problems having to develop and construct on reserve. We have our own land code for Cowichan, and Cowichan has their own government. However, the process the application process with BC Builds and with Canadian Infrastructure Bank is still entrenched in colonial systems, and so Lisa was able to navigate us through some of that frustration and really stuck to it and made sure that we looked for solutions. It was a problem-solving culture that really unlocked speed and innovation. I'll also make mention that the design team is a team that I've used for more than 15 years. I've come from the development and construction industry for more than 25 years. So I've been able to bring my network, my experience, and really integrate it with this call for housing with Cowichan tribes. So funding made simple. Yeah, it's true. There was a streamlined application. It was weeks, not months. And why? Because everybody was at the table at the beginning. We all understood what the program was, what was required, what the hurdles were, what the obstacles were. And this one team, again, led by Lisa and her team, really, and myself and my team really shepherded the project from concept to financing. There were flexible terms that were tailored for our on-reserve realities. Now, again, I cannot tell you how many times I was frustrated because of this antiquated application process. But I would say, as a takeaway for others, if you can provide a business case or a good rationale, solid rationale that is different from that application, BC Builds will capitulate, and they did each and every time. This template is now ready for other First Nations projects. Malahat is moving forward with a very similar template, and we're more than happy to pass on all of our lessons learned so that others can accelerate even further and advance further to what we have started with. So our design highlights, it's 200 mixed-use rental homes on Cowichan River. It's family, elder, and professional-friendly layouts. What does that mean? Well, they're larger suites. The majority of the suites can accommodate a king-size bed in the principal bedrooms. That's pretty much unheard of in any purpose-built rental that's being built in the province. Really, we took a human approach. Cowichan's culture is very family oriented, and so we use that for the impetus in all of our design. 30% of the suites will be below market, so that is a 25% discount, and Cowichan citizens will have the first right of refusal. This is a market project. It's an ECDEV project for Cowichan tribes, our ECDEV Corp. But our citizens will have that first right of refusal to the below market offerings. And then the ground floor commercial space is for local businesses, for Khowutzun Development Corporation, and for government, Cowichan tribes government agencies. And beautiful views to the Cowichan River and to the mountains that celebrate place. This project impacts beyond housing. It's creating more than 150 construction and long-term jobs. It will stimulate Cowichan tribes and Cowichan Valley economy through local procurement. It's already strengthening cultural pride and intergenerational stability, and it will set precedent for government-nation collaboration. Our Cowichan contractors, John Coleman is a senior contractor with Cowichan. They were the preferred contractor and are providing all of the site servicing for this project. NAPIT Projects is the general contractor that won the project, and so our contractors are working alongside NAPIT Projects. We have other citizens that are working on the job site in safety and administration, food services, and so forth. So a real long-lasting impact. So what are the lessons? Start with nation-led vision and governance clarity. Cowichan's government, they've been governing for hundreds and hundreds of years. We used their practice for everything. when every element of this project was Cowichan government. Um, Secure multi-level commitment early, integrate cultural values into design and operations, and leverage BC Build's template to shorten timelines. We were able from start to financing, assured financing, was just over a year, which is, anybody that's in development, that's very fast. So call to action: community leaders champion projects that center Indigenous voices. Planners and EDOs engage BC Builds for tailored financing. First Nations, reach out to us. Let's share. We'll share our templates and lessons. I know you'll have lessons to share with us. The more we communicate with each other, the better the project, the more efficient we'll become, and together we can close the housing gap starting right now. And there's our wonderful site. That was a while ago. We're now pouring concrete, and I know, John, you probably have a couple of comments on some of the procurement and what it means for the citizens and the contractors to be involved in this project.
Yes, good morning. The importance to this build, it's bringing Cowichan forward. It's bringing our citizens, our contractors, the people that we employ, everybody around us. It gives you a reason to stand up straight. It's a proud moment. I'm really proud as a contractor to be able to work with Renée and Lisa and being able to speed things along and listen to our cultural inputs and being able to recognize how we walk and talk as Khowutzun, right? And foremost is not everybody's going to see your vision, but they're going to grow with it, and then they're going to be happy with it. And that's what I seen. And I knew that this was going to flourish, and being able to work together and keep things tight, just as we do as culture, as our elders keep us close together. And when you're handing things down, we took the same steps in this program. And I just want to say thanks to the whole team, that everybody that touches this has to be proud. Thank you.